2,000 people in Idaho are forced to leave their homes behind as a wildfire stoked by strong winds made a push to the north. The group was exploring the monument today here near the west entrance when they made the frightening discovery. They were actually taking a photo right over here in this area when they noticed a body off the road about 300 feet. People, of course, come to the gym to get healthy and fit. Now, while they're working up a sweat, someone is going into the locker rooms, checking to see which ones are open and taking their keys. Then they head outside to the parking lot and click on your key until they find your car. Back to those floods we were discussing earlier, they're not just a problem here in Colorado. Today, many are cleaning up and discovering the damage left behind by this week's rain, and some states are bracing for even more. Some members of the safety committee believe that if a shooter makes it through the school doors, then it's already too late. 20-year-old Mitchell Cusick was turned over to police by his therapist after he confessed his plan to kill both the president and a large group of children. In standoff situations, you never know what's going to happen. That's why SWAT team members wear these bulletproof vests that weigh about 40 pounds. They also wear helmets, so they're ready for just about anything. People come here to Gold's Gym to work out and get healthy. The last thing they're thinking about is getting their keys, wallets, and even identity stolen. One woman told us she found out the tragic news on her walk this morning. She says now all that's left to do is to wait and find out what exactly happened at this home that's just down the street from her own. Many in Grand Junction have to drive by this building every day. And what's left of Whitehall is anything but a welcome sign for those hoping to attract tourists and businesses to the area. A stabbing in Palisade leaves one man injured. It happened early this morning and officials have arrested the suspect. Flags are flying at half-staff today in honor of a 24-year-old from Colorado Springs who was killed in Afghanistan. When you book a limo, you're probably thinking of fun and not so much about safety. But after a local business put a bride-to-be and her friends' lives in danger, they've got a different perspective.
It was scary thinking that that could have been us.
It may sound like a familiar story. A bride-to-be and her wedding party renting a limo when things go terribly wrong.
It was just horrible because you see that and immediately you start having flashbacks of what we went through.
But the tragic story of limo disaster in California very nearly happened to a group of friends from Mesa County.
We're lucky to all be here.
It was June 3rd, 2010, when this close group of friends booked with Grand Junction's Easy Ride limo company.
You don't even think about it. You pay the money for it and, you know, it's just supposed to be a good time. And I don't think people think twice about it. You trust them.
The limo was supposed to take the bride-to-be to Vegas for her big day, but only made it so far.
Just kind of started yelling to the driver that we smelled smoke, and so he got us pulled over. We all got out, and then 3 minutes later the whole thing was on fire.
That thing went up. It was intense. It was insane.
We had just filled up both tanks of gas, so it did explode. Just upsetting that, you know, you want it to go good and everything to go perfect and it to be your big day, and he ruined it.
Along with the fire went purses, wallets, clothes, and even the wedding dress.
We didn't have anything. We had the clothes we were wearing and that's it.
We looked into the limo company responsible, only to find out they're not currently registered with the Colorado Public Utilities Commission.
It is illegal for a company to provide passenger transportation for hire without a PUC permit. The company was revoked in late December for failure to provide that proof of insurance.
So we wanted to see what would happen if we booked a ride.
Is your limo service, Jeff?
Yes, hi, Jeff. I'm thinking about renting a limo. What's the going rate?
Anywhere from 75 to 150 per hour.
With an appointment set, we went to their business to confront them.
Are you guys licensed, registered with the state?
Yep.
But we already knew through the PUC that was untrue.
It is illegal to run a limo company if you're not registered.
Okay.
That's when the employee went to find owner David Vieira.
Dave said he don't want to talk to the news and he's got nothing to say.
Although Easy Ride has no comment, this group of friends left with a destroyed wedding day and painful memories have plenty to say.
None of us have ever really gotten closure from that. It's still a big haunting memory in all of our lives.
It was just all one big lie. He should be running a safe business, and if he's not, he should be shut down. It's something that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Reporting in Grand Junction, Bonnie Silkman for KJCT News 8.
It's like losing a part of your family.
Thomas Boyle is just one of the thousands forced to abruptly leave home because of the devastating Black Forest fire.
A highway patrolman pulled up and said, "You got to get out of here." I had no warning.
To escape the fire, Boyle had to leave his horses in a nearby barn. But when he came back in the morning, his horse Banjo was gone.
And I was heartbroken. When I got that horse, he was abused, he was angry, he was a rehab horse. I had watched him grow into a very compassionate, kind horse. When I'm on his back, he knows what I'm thinking. And that's how close the relationship with that stallion is for me. There's nothing like it.
Boyle searched high and low for Banjo, looking everywhere he could think of. He had just about given up hope until he spotted a photo online.
Good thing for Facebook. I'm sure glad the day I signed on. I swore I never would do it. I couldn't believe it.
All it took was a simple post of one photo to bring Boyle and Banjo back together.
And I'm real excited to see him. Yeah, I'm real excited to see him. I thought I lost him. I didn't think about the smoke that was choking me. I didn't think about my hands burning. I didn't think about my eyes stinging. I didn't think about dying. I thought about my horses.
After a quick drive to a nearby farm, the moment had finally arrived.
Hey, you. Come here, Grumpy. I'm so glad you're all right. It's like seeing my kid. I'm so grateful for you guys taking care of him.
During the night, she had gone out and found Banjo in a pasture about 400 feet from a house that was burning down.
Thanks to Nancy and Randall Devaney, Banjo had been taken in, patched up, and most important, finally returned home.
It's pretty easy to tell who owned the horse. There's not very often you see a 240-pound, 6-foot man crying over a horse. The horse world is a really unique world because if you're an animal lover, it's impossible to say no to them.
Besides the burns and perhaps haunting memories that could last a while, Banjo's just fine.
I'm just grateful that the Lord allowed me to have my horse and that he made it.
In the midst of all the loss and tears, finally a happy ending.
There's been times I've gone in the barn upset about life, and Banjo just comes and head on your shoulder, and it's all right. I've got my horse back, and there's not a better feeling in the world.
Reporting in Castle Rock, Bonnie Silkman for KJCT News 8.